Welcome back to the space of stillness and healing. Tonight, there is no need to rush, no need to resolve any lingering matters. Let the outside world stop at your bedroom door, just as the deep blue sea calmly receives the moonlight. Your mind right now deserves to rest, letting go of every thread of control to merge with the gentle flow of the darkness. Take a deep breath. Feel the cool, fresh air filling your chest, and as you breathe out, let all tension vanish like sea foam. Before we begin our journey of letting go beneath the moonlight, if you love these moments of peace, please subscribe and share the channel so we can find restful sleep together every night. Thank you for being here. Now, let your body find its most comfortable position on your familiar bed. Feel the steady support of the mattress beneath you. You are safe. You are protected by the silence of the black night. Start by paying attention to your feet. After a long day of moving, after hurried steps on hard ground, your feet are now free. Imagine a cool, gentle stream of water, soft as moonlight, slowly soaking through your toes, spreading across your soles and ankles. That water brings a soothing coolness, washing away all aches, all strain. Feel the muscles in your calves softening, stretching out on the flat surface. No more urgency, no more goals to achieve, only absolute relaxation. Continue to bring your attention up to your thighs and hips. This is where we often accumulate a lot of tension without even knowing it. Let your hips sink deeper into the bed. Imagine you are lying on smooth sand by the seashore, and your body is slowly making a gentle impression on the sand. All pressure is released. You don't need to hold the posture. You don't need to be ready for any action. The relaxation spreads up to your abdomen. Let your belly rise and fall naturally with each breath. No need to try to control it. Just observe. Your breath is like small ripples on a calm sea, rhythmic, steady, soothing your soul. Now, feel your hands, the hands that have worked tirelessly, that have held, controlled, and arranged so many things during the day. Open your palms slightly. Feel each finger stretching out. The knuckles that once gripped a pen, a keyboard, or worries are now letting go completely, a warm sensation slowly spreads from your shoulders down your arms, through your elbows to the very tips of your fingers. Your shoulders, which carry so many responsibilities and expectations, are now dropping, moving away from your ears. Let the weight of your shoulders melt into the darkness. You no longer have to carry the world on your shoulders. The world will still function perfectly well, even if you let go to rest. The relaxation continues to move up to the neck and nape. Feel the tiny muscle groups here being massaged by an invisible hand of the night air. All stiffness disappears, and then notice your face. Relax your forehead, where the wrinkles of calculation often appear. Let your forehead be as still as a pond without a ripple. Relax your eyebrows. No more furrowing of worry. Your eyes close gently. No pressure, just a soft protection for the eyeballs. Relax your jaw, letting the corners of your mouth soften slightly. Your entire face now radiates a sense of calm and stillness, like an ancient stone statue deep beneath the sea. At this moment, you feel your body becoming so light, as if the boundary between you and the surrounding space is gradually blurring. You no longer feel the weight of flesh and bone, only a pure, floating existence. Imagine your mind as a vast night sky. Thoughts about work, family, or tomorrow's plans are just small clouds passing by. You don't need to chase them, nor do you need to drive them away. Just stand there, watching them drift and vanish into the void. You are the sky, vast and inclusive. The clouds cannot change your quiet nature. Each breath you take in now carries a gentle silver light, the energy of letting go. Each breath out is a time you shed a bit of the burden of control. You begin to feel an invisible connection with the rhythm of the universe. The universe is not in a hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Plants still grow. The moon waxes and wanes. The ocean tides still rise and fall without any human intervention. You are the same. You are a part of that great flow. Allow yourself to rest. Allow yourself to be a tiny grain of sand, cherished and carried away by the waves. A sense of safety envelops you like a warm cocoon. Nothing can disturb you right now. The ticking of the clock or the rustling of the wind outside the window only increases the stillness and depth of the space. You are sinking into a dreamy state of consciousness. It is the state between waking and sleeping, where all logic disappears and only pure emotion remains. In this silence, you begin to hear a very faint sound, like the sound of oars stroking the water from a very far place in your mind. It is the call of the upcoming journey, the journey into the heart of the ocean, to learn the lesson of freedom. Continue to maintain the state of relaxation. If any part of your body still feels a bit tight, send your breath there and whisper, "Let go, let go. You are doing very well. You are giving yourself the most precious gift, absolute peace. No one is demanding anything from you. No expectations need to be met. Only you and your breath, you and the gentle darkness. Let your mind prepare to leave the shores of tangible realities. Step onto the boat of dreams where the moonlight will be the only guide. Your body is now completely still from the top of your head to your heels. A light tingling and warm sensation covers you. You are like a leaf falling into a stream, letting the water take you wherever it goes. This trust brings you a strange power, the power of doing nothing. In that doing nothing, everything becomes whole. Just lie there, enjoying the feeling of melting, of becoming a part of the moonlit night. We will go deeper together into a space where time no longer has meaning, where the sea and sky become one. Now, as your body has completely sunk into the silence of the room, let your mind begin a journey far beyond these brick walls. Imagine a misty, cool fog slowly enveloping the space around you. That fog is not dark, but it sparkles with tiny silver dust particles carrying the characteristic salty scent of the sea. You feel weightless, and in a magical moment, your feet no longer touch the hard floor. You are standing on a smooth, sandy shore, stretching endlessly under the high night sky. The moon tonight is a full moon, hanging in the sky like a giant silver plate. The moonlight is not harsh, it is gentle and clear, pouring a mystical light upon the earth, making everything soft and surreal. Looking out, the ocean appears before you like a deep blue velvet carpet, so vast that the horizon is nowhere to be seen. Small waves leisurely crash onto the shore, creating a whispering, steady sound like the heartbeat of the earth. Every time the wave recedes, it leaves a layer of sparkling white foam on the sand like crushed diamonds under the moonlight. Right at the water's edge, a small wooden boat is anchored. The boat has an ancient look, carved from sturdy oak, bearing the deep brown color of time. It bobs gently with the rhythm of the waves, as if patiently waiting for someone. You step closer, feeling the chill of the seawater caress your bare feet. That feeling is so refreshing and real. You step onto the boat. The wooden floor beneath your feet is slightly rough but warm, providing absolute trust. As soon as you settle in, the rope tying the boat to the shore seems to loosen itself, and the boat begins to slowly glide away. The mainland recedes behind you. The distant city lights, the bustling sounds of daily life, the worries about bills, work, and complex relationships all fade, fading until they vanish completely into the night. Now, there is only you, the boat, and the vast ocean. The surrounding space is so quiet that you can hear the light wind passing your ears, the sound of water lapping against the sides of the boat. The air here is so fresh, not a bit of dust. Every breath you take, it feels like your lungs are being purified by the purity of the ocean. The sea at this time is like a giant mirror reflecting the starry sky. Under that deep blue water, the moonlight creates a sparkling silver path, stretching from the side of your boat straight to the horizon. You have the feeling that you are not floating on water, but gliding through a mysterious galaxy. The stars above are no longer far away. They seem to be swooping down low, surrounding the boat, whispering the secrets of the universe into the quiet space. The presence of the ocean is majestic, but also very tolerant. You feel the great power of the giant mass of water below, but strangely, you don't feel afraid. On the contrary, a sense of peace, never before experienced, invades your soul. Like a baby placed in a cradle, this small boat is your cradle in the heart of the mother sea. The waves don't try to push you. The water doesn't try to pull you down. They simply exist, supporting and enveloping you unconditionally. Every concept of time seems to have frozen. In this space, there is no past to regret, no future to worry about. There is only the present moment where moonlight and waves blend into a gentle wordless melody. You begin to notice the wonder in every small detail, the way light scatters on the small ripples, the way the boat shudders slightly whenever it meets a cool breeze, or the way the night embraces everything in its heart. This is where your controlling self begins to loosen its grip. Amidst this vastness, you realize you are so small, but that smallness carries no meaning of weakness. It is the smallness of a part within a perfect whole. You don't need to steer because the ocean has its flow. You don't need to light the way because the stars have done that for you. You only need to be present. Open your heart and let this space permeate every cell. Let your eyes be half closed. Imagine you are lying on soft blankets spread out in the boat. Feel the rhythmic bobbing of the waves. Every time the boat rises, you feel your soul lifted from burdens. Every time the boat sinks, you feel yourself released from the final resistances. This night sea space is an absolutely safe zone where there is no judgment, no expectations, only the purest freedom of a soul returning to its essence. The boat keeps drifting, taking you deeper into the heart of the night, where Elena's story begins to appear like a blurry film on the water. Let yourself melt into the space, preparing for the gentle awakening of the soul. In the vast space of the moonlit sea, the small wooden boat carrying Elena still silently drifted. Elena sat there, her hands swollen from gripping the oars for a long journey, now hanging limp at her sides. She looked down at the deep black water where the moonlight broke into thousands of tiny silver pieces in the haunting silence of the ocean. The films of her life began to return, vivid and painful, as if they had just happened yesterday. Elena remembered her accounting office where she had spent 15 years of her life controlling numbers. There, everything had to be accurate to every decimal place. Errors were not allowed. She had brought the zero-error mindset home, imposing it on those she loved most like a preset blueprint. She thought it was responsibility, love, her way of protecting her home from the storms of life, but she didn't realize that it was that very suffocating control that was the storm, destroying everything from within. Mark's image appeared. Mark, the husband, whose eyes always sparkled with soaring architectural ideas. Elena remembered an autumn evening when Mark returned home with a draft of a wooden house on a hillside. He spoke of how light would pour through the windows, of the scent of fragrant pine wood, and the feeling of being at one with nature. But Elena, with her habit of always looking at risks, extinguished it immediately. Mark, this project is too risky. The cost of transporting materials up the hillside will eat up all the profits. I've calculated it. The risk ratio is 40%. You should take the office building design in the center. It's more stable. She remembered that moment clearly. The light in Mark's eyes went out like a snuffed candle. He didn't argue, just silently rolled up the drawing, and for 10 years she had made every major decision, from choosing the paint color to which partners he should work with. She was tired of being the same one, but she couldn't stop, fearing that without her control, the family would fall into a financial abyss. The fear was like a chain tightening around both of them, turning marriage into dry calculations. Then the image of her son returned at the age when the soul should be at its most free. Elena recalled the afternoons standing in front of the school gate, holding a meticulously lined schedule book. Leo, you have 15 minutes for a snack, then 2 hours of math, then physics class. I've cut your music lessons so you can focus on the exam for the specialized school. Leo had looked at her, his eyes containing a mixture of resignation and gloom. The boy no longer sang in the shower, no longer had purple ink stains from sketching notes. Elena felt her heart ache, remembering her son's lonely back, walking into his room at her command. She lived as if his life were a project to be optimized for productivity, fearing he would lose the social race, forgetting that he was losing in his very own journey to find himself. Even Elena's control extended to Sarah, her best friend, who faced the breakdown of her marriage. Elena did not let her friend cry or be weak, bursting into her life like a general, preparing lists of things to do, finding lawyers, and calculating the division of assets. Sarah, stop crying. It doesn't solve anything. I've set up plans A and B for you. You must follow this exact roadmap to gain custody of the children. Sarah had looked at her and said something that haunted Elena forever. Elena, I don't need a manager. I need a friend to hold me. Elena realized how lonely she was as a problem solver, carrying everyone's pain on her shoulders, realizing that no one wanted to be near someone, always trying to fix their lives. She was like a lonely watchtower, seeing all the risks, but unable to feel the warmth of the grass. The peak was a week ago, when Elena collapsed amidst piles of unfinished invoices in the hospital. She saw Mark and Leo standing there, but instead of comfort, she saw fear. They were afraid she would wake up and continue to give new orders like a strict warden. In that moment, Elena felt disgusted with herself, realizing her control was not love, but a form of selfishness to soothe her own anxiety. Tonight, on this boat, Elena was completely exhausted, fleeing to find a place without numbers. The sea breeze began to blow harder, making the surface rise with undulating waves. Elena instinctively started to get up, grabbing the oars to keep the boat on course. Her aching hands gripped the wood tight, but then a gentle, warm voice echoed in her mind. It was the voice of Grandma Sophia, her long-deceased grandmother, who lived like the wind. "Elena, my love, look," the voice whispered in the wind. Elena looked around, seeing no one, only the moonlight covering everything. "Do you see this ocean? It existed millions of years before you and will remain after you are gone. It doesn't need you to steer or to calculate where the waves will break. Why do you want to do God's work?" Helena sobbed, her tears mixing with the salty sea water. "Grandma, I'm afraid if I don't keep watch, everything will shatter. Look how bright the moon is, without you having to light a lamp." Sophia's voice remained steady. "Mark needs to be free, to draw his own house, even if it collapses. That is his lesson. Leo has the soul of a musician, an independent entity, not an extension of you. When you protect them from all pain, you deprive them of the opportunity to grow. You are not the protector, Elena. You are a wall blocking the light from reaching them." Elena slowly loosened her hands. The oars slipped from her palms, falling with a light plop. She had nothing left to control. Lying down in the boat, looking up at the infinite starry sky. "Let go of the invisible string binding your heart," Sophia continued. "Let go of the fear that you are not good enough. Let the water support you." Strangely, when Elena truly gave up, the boat did not capsize or sweep into the rocks. Instead, it spun lightly once and began to glide on a strangely calm current. It followed its own rhythm, a rhythm of nature that she had never felt before. She felt her body become weightless, as if the ton-heavy rock in her chest vanished into sea floor. "Elena, closed her eyes, imagining tomorrow when she would no longer open Leo's schedule book. She would just sit down next to him and ask to hear the song he just wrote. She would find Mark, look at his drawing, and tell him she believes in his talent. And with Sarah, she would just bring flowers and sit silently without needing to give advice. She realized a simple truth: when we stop controlling, we truly begin to love. Love is not possession or direction. Love is presence and trust. Elena's breath became slower, deeper, no longer a woman on the run, but a part of the ocean, a part of the moonlight, a part of this vast universe, drifting into the sea of forgiveness. Forgiveness for others, and most importantly, forgiveness for herself. Sleep. Elena. Grandma Sophia's voice faded like the sound of waves. The world will still turn, the sun will still rise, and those you love will still be fine. Trust the flow. Elena smiled, a gentle, serene smile. The moonlight was like a silver blanket covering her, warming a soul that had been cold for a very long time. She no longer worried where the boat would go, for she was in the arms of life. This peace was strange, yet familiar, as if she had found it again after being lost. All worries became small and insignificant before the majestic beauty of the night. Elena just faded away in the lullaby of the ocean, embracing the freedom she had found, learning that letting go is not losing everything, but opening your heart to receive. As Elena's story slowly closes, you feel as though you and she have become one. The small wooden boat continues its aimless journey, but the destination is no longer important. You are lying there in the heart of the ocean, feeling a magical intersection with everything around you. Pay attention to the contact between your back and the wooden side of the boat. It feels as if the boundaries of your skin are gradually melting away. The weight of your body and the accumulated fatigue are permeating through the wood, merging into the cool seawater below. You feel weightless, like a feather falling onto a soft lake, without weight, without resistance. The moonlight above is no longer far away, enveloping your body in a brilliant silver cocoon. That light is penetrating through your chest, soothing the scars of anxiety, softening the blocks of tension. Your breath merges with the beating of the waves. Every time you breathe in, the sea rises to protect you. Every time you breathe out, the sea recedes, taking all distractions into its deep heart. You begin to experience the feeling of vanishing, not a scary disappearance, but a homecoming. Thoughts of what I must do or who I am begin to fade away. They are like chalk drawings on the sea, washed away by a gentle wave, returning a still and pristine surface. You find yourself melting into the rustling wind, melting into the salty scent of the ocean and the infinite silence of space. In this state, you realize that control was merely an illusion to reassure ourselves. In reality, the universe always operates according to its own perfect order. The stars still burn, the tides still rise, and your life flows even when you don't try. This vanishing brings an absolute belief in the flow. You are no longer the lonely rower. You are the ocean, and the ocean is never afraid of itself. The silver bands of moonlight and starlight begin to intertwine, creating gentle swirls, taking your mind into a middle ground between reality and dreams. All sounds are now just a low hum, like a lullaby from primeval times. You find yourself floating in a vague space with no direction, only pure peace. A warm feeling spreads from your heart to your limbs, the warmth of freedom. You have truly let go, allowing yourself to melt into the night, like a drop of water returning to the sea. You are no longer alone. You are everything. All worries about tomorrow are just distant sparks, small and harmless. You are here, ready to let your soul sink into a deep sleep where all forms vanish to make room for the eternal rest of the spirit. Let the moonlight lead you the rest of the way into the depths of silence, where the self no longer exists. Only vast tranquility remains. Now, all images of the boat and Elena's story begin to fade away, leaving only a vast sense of peace surrounding you. You are standing at the threshold of a deep and dreamless sleep. The space is no longer a sea surface, but a warm and soft space, like velvet. The moonlight has melted into each of your breaths, warming your soul from within. Pay attention to your breath once more, very slow, very light, like a leaf on soft grass. Your body knows how to operate this rhythm of survival perfectly. Each breath out is a time you sink deeper into the silence. Deeper still, you are falling into a floating, soft cloud, separating you from the hustle of the world. At this moment, your mind is a room filled with gentle light and closed doors. No more phone rings, no more to-do lists, no more judgments. There is only you and your pure presence, finding the strength of serenity. You don't need to control the world to feel safe. Safety lies in your trust, in the protection of the universe. All worries about tomorrow have completely vanished. Tomorrow will take care of itself. The roads you travel, the decisions you make will appear at the right time. Just let yourself sink deep into this gentle darkness. Darkness is the mother's womb, where all creativity and recovery begin. In this sleep, your cells are being healed, and tension is transformed into energy. You feel your eyelids heavy, a pleasant weight, making you not want to open them. Your consciousness is narrowing to a tiny point of light which slowly fades. You are drifting into a still sea with no waves, no wind, only eternal stillness. This is where you belong, where you can be yourself without any masks. Just sleep, because you deserve this rest. Now is the time to let go. Imagine the whispers of the ocean echoing in your ears, very faint, very far away. Good night, free soul. The world is fine, and you are fine too. A warm sensation spreads, a gentle current, soothing your nervous system, taking you into a state of complete, deep sleep. Only a happy emptiness. You are sinking into the peaceful realm of dreams. Before you completely fall asleep, if this journey has lightened your soul, don't forget to come back and interact with the video and subscribe. Your presence is the motivation for this healing space to stay open forever. But now, close it all. Wish you a very deep sleep and a heart full of trust in the flow of life. Good night, good night. Sleep very deep.